Welcome, my esteemed companions, as we once again step foot into the hallowed halls of knowledge and wisdom. Welcome back to the library. It feels like an eternity since our last rendezvous for a thought-provoking lecture, but sometimes that is the way things go. In the ancient woodlands of the Mwangi Expanse, where the echoes of whispers intertwine with the rustling of leaves, dwells a gentle and communal people, the Anadi. With their shimmering silk-spun homes suspended amongst the trees, they live in harmony with nature, cherishing the balance of life that surrounds them. The Anadi, blessed with wisdom and curiosity, yearned to forge connections beyond their homelands and establish peaceful trade with those of neighboring civilizations. Eager and hopeful, the Anadi ventured forth with offerings of rare herbs, exquisite crafts, and tales of wisdom and magic. Yet their dreams of harmony were shattered by the cruel mirror of reality. Instead of warm welcomes, they were met with a wall of fear and revulsion. Most others found their arachnid forms deeply offensive, repelled by their eight-legged presence. The once eager Anadi were struck with sorrow. Their hearts were heavy with the knowledge that their appearance was a barrier to the connections that they so desperately sought. Fearing conflict and misunderstanding, the ancient Anadi began a difficult task: to retreat into isolation until they could find a solution to bridge that gap between their race and the rest of the world. In the depths of their forest sanctuary, the Anadi's greatest scholars gathered, weaving their knowledge to seek a way forward. Their minds spun like intricate webs, each thread of thought intertwining with another until a revelation emerged, a fusion of transmutation and illusion magic that could grant them the ability to assume a human form. With determination and purpose, the Anadi delved into the arts of transformation, perfecting the technique through countless nights of tireless experimentation. The whispers of their ancestors guided them, urging them to preserve their peaceful nature, even in the face of this adversity. As the moons waxed and waned, the Anadi emerged from their secluded abode, transformed into new humanoid forms, their arachnid traits veiled beneath the enchanting tapestry of this illusion. With trepidation and hope in their hearts, they ventured forth once more beyond their woodland haven, stepping into the realm of outsiders. These early efforts in diplomacy bore fruit. Some of their neighbors received them with intrigue rather than fear. The enchanting aura of their humanoid forms captured the imagination of those that they encountered. With patience and perseverance, the Anadi began building bridges of understanding, their silken words weaving tales of peace and friendship. Yet, despite this progress, their interactions have remained sporadic. Miscommunication and the passage of time has birthed whispered legends and false rumors. Some outsiders, lacking understanding, have crafted tales of monstrous spiders and humans that transform under the moon's watchful gaze. Still, the Anadi persisted. They clung to their vision of a world united by acceptance and compassion. However, the Anadi of the present day continue their pursuit of harmony. They yearn for a world where their true forms will be embraced and celebrated, no longer needing to be shrouded in illusion. Patiently, they have worked to dismantle the barriers born from ignorance, threading a tapestry of understanding through the minds and hearts of all those who would listen. The Anadi's journey has been one of courage, resilience, and hope. Their tale a testament to the power of unity and the strength of a peaceful heart. With every step they take, they weave their destiny, striving to create a world where differences are no longer feared, but cherished, and where the beauty of all beings, no matter their form, can shine in harmony with the dance that is life. If you were to see an Anadi in their true form while walking through the Mwangi, you may be more inclined to grip your sword than strike up a conversation. An Anadi's true form resembles human-sized spiders, adorned in an array of captivating colorations. Like an artist's palette, their hues range from simple and muted tones to striking and vibrant shades, each pattern uniquely inherited from their parentage. Standing proudly on 8 legs, a typical Anadi measures an impressive 5 feet in length from their front legs to their rear legs when standing comfortably. Their agile movements are a symphony of grace, with their silk-spun homes suspended amongst the trees like works of art in nature's gallery. Yet, beyond the captivating beauty of their true forms, the Anadi hold a precious secret: the power of transformation. With a touch of magic, they can assume a humanoid guise, effortlessly blending into any human ethnicity. Although the choice of appearance was at their discretion, they have often chose to resemble the people of the region where they were hatched, a subtle homage to the harmony they sought with their neighbors. This, of course, means that properly dressed, an Anadi would be completely indistinguishable from any other human of a given area. Like the threads of time, the Anadi mature through a series of phases, undergoing multiple moltings along the way. It takes them 13 years to reach a physical maturity, with each molt marking a passage into a new chapter of their lives. Your typical Anadi lives to be about 80 years old. Anadi culture is rooted in the essence of unity. The Anadi hold great reverence for cooperation, recognizing that together they are far stronger than any individual thread. Their spirits intertwine like the strands of a tapestry, each unique but essential to the whole. Mutual respect is the very fabric of their existence, woven into the fabric of their traditions and their beliefs. They spend their days tending to mushrooms and weaving beautiful clothing out of the silk that they can produce. In their peaceful and interconnected society, the Anadi have grown accustomed to working as one. They hold council beneath moonlit skies, with their voices blending in a symphony of understanding, and their decisions are guided by a wisdom that has so far transcended time. As they tend to their farms and share their abundant harvests, their sense of community and responsibility to each other only deepens. However, their deep-rooted culture of cooperation has presented challenges in the face of severe conflict. Their instinct to avoid confrontation often leads others to perceive them as exceedingly shy, with their delicate nature mistaken for timidness. But beneath the gentle demeanor of the Anadi lay a strength that runs deeper than the roots of the oldest trees. Despite their timid appearance, the Anadi have navigated the challenges of arachnophobia in other races with profound empathy. They understand that fear, for many, was instinctual and not something that's easily tamed. They strive to be as accommodating and comforting as they can, offering solace even in situations that have not always been fair to them. In encounters with outsiders, the Anadi's gentle words and calming presence acts as a balm to the hearts of those who have trembled at their arachnid forms. They have sought understanding rather than judgment, reaching out to bridge the divide between their worlds. The Anadi know that change takes time, and they have woven their webs of patience, gently guiding others toward acceptance. The history of the Anadi remains mostly shrouded in mystery, leaving us with scant knowledge about their origins within the Mwangi region. Yet, tales of spiders hunting travelers have persisted throughout the ages, hinting at their ancient existence. Back during the Age of Anguish, a distant epoch that concluded nearly 7,000 years ago, that the Anadi approached the esteemed magic school of Magambia in their human form. Despite their unusual appearance, they dared to seek admission as teachers within the school. Surprisingly, the magic warriors of the Mwangi welcomed them with open arms and granted them teaching positions. However, the Anadi humbly request discretion and, more importantly, time to foster acceptance for their race on a broader scale. Over the passing centuries, the teachers of Magambia have skillfully propagated tales of Grandmother Spider and benevolent spirits that don spider disguises. Their aim has been to sway public opinion within the Mwangi and ultimately pave the path toward a future where the Anadi can freely abandon their deceptive forms and step into the light, embracing their true selves without inhibition. As the legends go, Grandmother Spider is credited with liberating the Anadi people from enslavement and leading them to Garund, becoming their esteemed patron deity in the process. Her principles of caring for one another and engaging in playful trickery are deeply woven into the fabric of Anadi culture. Even those who do not actively worship her still eagerly recount her awe-inspiring adventures. Once revered as Nana Anadi, or Grandmother Spider, she has found contentment in her divine role as a weaver of the fates of the gods. This position bestowed upon her the unique ability to craft the most splendid and captivating tales ever known. Yet, as she obediently recounted story after story at the behest of these deities, they failed to show her the respect she deserved, treating her merely as a servant or a tool. Such disregard for her creative genius and the lack of acknowledgement for the grand and dreadful legends she brought to life stirred her discontent. Grandmother Spider could not abide overinflated egos or those who shamelessly take credit for the accomplishment of others. With her patience worn thin, she ingeniously designed specific humiliations that were tailored to each arrogant god, allowing the tales of her mischievous deeds to spread far and wide. These very stories, in turn, became the fabric from which she wove her own divinity. However, some prideful gods still deny her existence, forbidding any worship of Grandmother Spider. Asmodeus holds a grudge against her while she playfully twirls copies of his keys around her fingers, and Abadar, resentful since the century of the unbalanced scales, are still those amongst who refuse to recognize her divine stature. In the lands north of the Mwangi region, shrines dedicated to Grandmother Spider are nearly non-existent. Nevertheless, the clever and resolute always find ingenious ways to pay homage to her, honoring the cunning and the wisdom that lies within her domain. The coastal city of Nervachta, located in the lesser explored south of Garund, is home to the largest community of Anadi in the world of Galarian, with several large cities scattered throughout the nation. The capital of Nervachta, Domithari, is not only the hub of political activity within its seat of elected officials, but also is the home of the Empty Throne, an honorary seat that is held in reverence for Grandmother Spider. The Anadi there hope that she will eventually assume her rightful position on this vacant throne and guide their race as their cherished matriarch. Majabi, another of the named cities we know of, is renowned for being a gathering place for the nation's most esteemed scholars and houses the First Weave, a magical tapestry that records the Anadi's initial experimentations with transformation magic. The Anadi can readily speak Anadi and the Mayan dialects that are found within the Mwangi, but they have been known to be able to converse in Elven, Orcish, and Draconic. It is also not unheard of to hear them speaking Knoll or Uruxi and Sylvan, due to their presence within the Mwangi. Even before the invention of their transformation magic, the Anadi boasted a rich variety of heritages that would be inherited by their progeny. The venomous Anadi possesses fangs equipped with hollow channels that enable them to introduce lethal venom into their adversaries during a skirmish. Their venomous bite inflicts poison damage on top of the usual bite damage, becoming more deadly as they mature. Spindly Anadi are characterized by their unusually elongated limbs in both forms, granting them an unexpected agility. Their lengthy limbs bestow upon them a natural speed that surpasses most of their kin. The snaring Anadi have evolved fangs that are barbed and curved, providing them with a hunting edge while in their spider forms. Their unique fangs allow them to grapple their prey and maintain a firm grip, even as their prey fights back. Polychromatic Anadi are adorned with a remarkably vivid fuzz that creates attention-grabbing patterns. Some of these patterns may manifest in their human forms as well, in the form of striking eye or hair colors. Given their naturally stunning appearances, polychromatic Anadi are skilled performers who can make a very memorable first impression. And lastly, we have the adaptive Anadi. These Anadi have pushed their transformation magic even further than the others, enabling them to assume any medium humanoid form. This versatility allows them to blend seamlessly into areas where other humans and human Anadi might be conspicuous. Within the Mwangi Expanse, the Anadi can be found wandering the forest, tending to their mushroom farms, and exchanging knowledge, silks, and foods in various cities across the Mwangi. They can also be found at Magambia, learning from the teachers there while in their human forms. Below the Mwangi, you can find the nation of the Anadi. So while it is rare for them to cross the inner sea and be found north of Garund, it is not unheard of. However, with the hiddenness of their human form, you may not even realize that you already know an Anadi. Playing an Anadi, you may find it challenging to be fully open with your fellow adventurers. This struggle transcends merely revealing your physical form, but it also encompasses your inner thoughts, your emotions, and your true personality. Your race's history of secrecy may cause you to keep others at a distance, maintaining a barrier that they must earn the right to cross. Until your companions demonstrate that they have truly gained your trust, you may act with caution around them. This caution may manifest as shyness, or you may be hesitant in every conversation, leading you to second guess your interactions with those around you. The underlying reason is deeply rooted in a history filled with misunderstandings and prejudice. Your experiences may lead you to develop a strong empathy for creatures that have been unfairly judged or targeted. This empathy could form a basis for unexpected alliances or friendships, like with goblins, who have been similarly viewed until recent times. However, once someone has proven their trustworthiness and you hold them dear, everything changes. Your caution falls away, replaced by a fierce loyalty and readiness to defend them from any danger. In those critical moments where your allies are threatened, you'll find yourself stepping up without hesitation, driven by the deep bonds that you have formed and the trust that you have placed in them. During your adventures, you may encounter others who found it difficult to come to terms with your true form. Even after knowing you for some time, they may feel betrayed or uncomfortable with your secret, or they may struggle to accept your true form, even despite their best efforts. However, guided by your past experiences, you have learned not to hold these reactions against them. You understand that everyone deserves the opportunity to grow beyond their discomfort and learn to accept the differences. Some individuals you encounter may appreciate your predilection for non-violent solutions, especially if you are among the rare player who favors diplomacy. Your race is often recognized for its efforts to resolve conflict through dialogue rather than force, and this characteristic is considered a hallmark of the Anadi people. Additionally, others may associate you with druidic magic or other transformation-related spells, owing to your natural ability to change forms. This assumption may or may not be accurate, depending on your specific character's traits and preferences. Your unique path and your choices will determine whether this assumption rings true or is merely a stereotype that does not apply to you. During the months that I spent traveling with the Anadi, I experienced one of the most extraordinary periods in my journeys across Galarian. They are a people of peace, looking for a world where they can interact with their neighbors without having to hide behind their false appearance. By sharing this insight, I'm hoping to contribute, even if it's just slightly, to helping them achieve this heartfelt aspiration. I hope that I've imparted some new knowledge to you, and I wish for you to leave the library with the intent to look for the truth in the dark out there.